Hello everybody, and welcome to the 2025 election night. In this election night, we'll have several key races going on in a few different states. To start this off, we'll take a look at Donald Trump's favorability as of now. Right now, he is only favorable by 45% and unfavorable by 52% of all voters. And then taking a look at the preferred party in Congress, Democrats are up by 2. They have 48% and Republicans have 46% at the moment. And we have some polling from Virginia, and it's looking like Spamberger's leading each and every one of them. Some of them by double digits, some of them are closer by like 3 points, some of them are by over 5 but not quite 10 points. So that's something to keep in mind of. In New Jersey polling has tightened up over the months here. As we see, some of the polls, Cheryl's leading by upper single digits, and then Sierra Raleig's able to lead one of the polls here, and then Cheryl starts to lead it by narrow single digit margins here. Taking a look at the state of New York, the New York City Mayoral election here, Mamdani's leading all of the polls here by pretty wide margins, while Cuomo's getting second place as of now, and Sliwa is trailing both opponents here. In this election, we have 5 states for re-election. In Virginia, we'll be covering the gubernatorial election, the lieutenant gubernatorial election, and the attorney general race there. While in New Jersey, we're going to cover the governor election there. And in Pennsylvania, we have retention questions for 3 Supreme Court justices there in the state. And then in New York, we'll be covering the New York City mayoral election. And in the state of California, we have Proposition 50 that we will cover. We'll start with our 7 p.m. Eastern Time poll closing. And taking a look here, this is obviously too early to call with only 0% of the vote in estimated. So we need to get some results in first before we can even see where this race is going to go. And the lieutenant gubernatorial here is also too early to call. And the attorney general race here is too early to call as of now. We'll see how this one goes in the state of Virginia. Now we have our 8 p.m. Eastern Time poll closing. We have 2 states here, New Jersey and Pennsylvania. And obviously in the state of New Jersey, a hotly contested race here. Both sides have poured a lot of money into this race and campaigned hard here. We'll see who's able to pull off the win here tonight, but as of now, it's too early to call. And then here are the retention questions in Pennsylvania. Shall Christine Donahue be retained for an additional term as Justice of the Supreme Court of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania? Shall Kevin Dougherty be retained for an additional term as Justice of the Supreme Court of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania? And shall David Wetch be retained for an additional term as Justice of the Supreme Court of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania? These 3 questions will be in the voters' hands here, and we will see whether they want these judges to be retained or not. Keep in mind, we have not had judges not be retained after a long time. We've only had that happen one time in the state of Pennsylvania. This year we've had hotly contested campaigns on both sides to try to advocate for this race here, but right this moment is too early to call. And now we're on to the state of New York. At 9 p.m. the polls close there. And right this moment it is too early to call. 3-way race between Mamdani, Cuomo, and Sliwa. And then an update on Virginia's gubernatorial race with 9% of the vote in, 56.3% for Spamberger, and 42.4% for Earl Sears here. It is still too early to call at the moment. And the lieutenant gubernatorial, slightly closer than the gubernatorial race here so far, with 9% of the vote in. Too early to call. Taking a look here on the Attorney General race, Jay Jones is up by a very narrow margin of just almost 2 points as of now, but keep in mind this race is too early to call. I'm taking a look at New Jersey's with 3% of the vote in. Cheryl has the overwhelming lead here, but keep in mind only 3% of the estimated vote is in currently. This is too early to call. I'm taking a look at these retention questions. As of now, it's looking like all 3 of these judges will be retained, but only 5% of the estimated vote is in, so we got a long time to go. Too early to call. Here's the update of how the map looks here. Democrats are leading in Virginia, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. And now 11 p.m. we have California. The polls close there at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. This amendment, Proposition 50, discusses about authorizing temporary changes to the congressional district maps in response to Texas's partisan redistricting. This is a legislative constitutional amendment. We will see how voters feel here, whether they want this change or not, but right this moment it is too early to call because we only have 0% of the estimated vote in. Taking a look at the update on New York City's mayoral race here, Mamdani is leading the 2 opponents by a decent amount of votes by percentage, but only 7% of the estimated vote is in, so at the moment this is too early to call. Taking an update on Virginia's look with 21% of the estimated vote in. Spanberger's lead has decreased here, but she is still leading the opponent of Earl Sears. The lieutenant gubernatorial one is closer. It is only about 3 points for Hashmi, while Reed is trailing by about that much. Still too early to call though. And now for the Attorney General race here, Mieres has taken the lead over the opponent Jay Jones. We'll see how long this lasts throughout the night. This is too early to call. And an update on New Jersey's gubernatorial race here. This is too early to call, but Cheryl's lead has decreased some, but she's still leading by a decent amount at the moment with 18% of the estimated vote in. Looking at the retention questions in Pennsylvania, it is too early to call, even though the yeses on all 3 of these justices have narrowed slightly. Taking a look at the updated map here, in Virginia now, the Attorney General Mieres is taking the lead here, while the other 2 races in Virginia, the Democrats are leading there. And then Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York City, so far, Democrats are leading there. Let's look at an update on Virginia with 45% of the estimated vote in. Spanberger's lead has decreased so much, and the race is way closer right this moment. And then the lieutenant gubernatorial Reed has taken a lead over Hashmi, but by a narrow margin. Just keep in mind this is too early to call still. And taking a look at the Attorney General race, Mieres has taken the lead by a decent amount here. He is beating Jay Jones at this moment by over 10 points here. We'll see how this lead keeps up throughout the night, but right this moment it is too early to call. Anything could change here. And New Jersey's, the race has narrowed some, but Cheryl is still leading by double digits at the moment, but keep in mind only 37% of the estimated vote is in. This is too early to call. And the New York City Mayoral election has narrowed a bit, but still Mamdani is leading by so much right now. But it's still right this moment too early to call. And these retention questions here have narrowed to single digits as of now, with 35% of the estimated vote in. This is just too early to call right now. And California's Proposition 50, even though yes is winning by so much right this moment, we only have 11% of the estimated vote in, so it's not the time to make a projection quite yet. Taking a look here, Democrats are leading in the state of California now, while the other 4 states have stayed about the same. Taking a look here, we can now project that Zohran Mamdani wins the New York City mayoral election here. He will win by pretty large margin here, and he'll win 4 out of the 5 boroughs here. He falls short in Staten Island narrowly because Cuomo's able to get some Democrats and Republicans to vote for him there. But overall, Mamdani is able to overperform the polls once again, just like he did in the Democrat primary here. With 29% of the estimated vote in, we can make this call right here that Mamdani will be the next mayor of New York City here. Taking an update look at Virginia's governor race here, it is too early to call with 58% of the estimated vote in. Spanberger's starting to build another lead here from last time we checked the race here, but still it is too early to call. We don't know which way the results will go from here. And the lieutenant gubernatorial here, looking here, the lead has narrowed for Reed, but it is still there. But anything could change here, it is too early to call. Taking a look here, Miyares has fallen under that 10-point margin here, but only 58% of the estimated vote is in, so we'll see what happens here. It's still too early to call. Ooh, looking at the state of New Jersey here, Cheryl has dipped under that 10-point margin here with 51% of the estimated vote in. Just keep in mind there's a lot more votes to go here, so it is too early to call. And at these Pennsylvania retention questions here, the lead has narrowed a bit for all 3 of these candidates, with having them retain is still in the lead instead of having them not retain. But only 48% of the estimated vote is in, so it is still too early to call. Taking a look here, Democrats have won 1 out of the 5 states here. They won New York City's mayoral election here. That's a Democrat hold for them. Taking a look at Proposition 50 here. Will authorize temporary changes here. That has voted yes. So Gavin Newsom's Proposition 50 was able to succeed the voters, and it's looking like in 2026 California will redraw maps to counter Texas's partisan gerrymandering there. We got a projection here in the state of Virginia. Abigail Spanberger, she defeats Earl Sears here in this race. Her final margin here will be 10.5 points. She's able to win by that safe blue margin here, and able to win a decent amount of independents here. She flips back a couple counties that Trump won in 2024. She's able to win it instead of Sears winning it. With 67% of the estimated vote in, we can make this call. However, the lieutenant gubernatorial one is still too close to call, too early to call as of now, with 50.6% of the vote going to Hashmi and 49% going to Reed. But there's still more votes to go here. It is still too early to call here. In the Attorney General race here in Virginia, we have Miyares. He's still in the lead by a decent amount, but that lead has narrowed some. Still too early to call. And looking at New Jersey's gubernatorial race here, the lead has narrowed significantly, with Cheryl up by nearly 3 points here. With 62% of the estimated vote in, this is still too early to call. Taking a look at these retention questions here in Pennsylvania, the leads have narrowed for yes on all 3 of these justices, with 60% of the estimated vote in. It is still too early to call. Taking an updated look here at the map here, we see Democrats have flipped the governor's race here in the state of Virginia, while the lieutenant governor's race and the attorney general race here are too early to call at the moment. In New York and California, we have holds for the Democrats, where California we have here where Proposition 50 was able to pass overwhelmingly. The Pennsylvania and New Jersey are still too early to call at the moment, with Democrats leading. Now we can project Lieutenant Gubernatorial here in Virginia. Hashmi is able to win and defeat Reed here in this state. She will win this state by about 6 points in this projection here. 79% of the vote in here. But however, the Attorney General race here is still too early to call, with Miyares' lead decreasing narrowly. And then with 74% of the estimated vote in, Ciaralli has finally taken the lead here in the state of New Jersey, but only by 0.4 of a percentage. Could easily sway back to the left, or we'll just see what happens here. And the retention questions here, looks like right this moment, the vote of no has surpassed the vote of yes for all three of these justices here, but 77% of the estimated vote is in, so it is too early to call at the moment. Taking a look at the updated map, we have the Virginia Lieutenant Gubernatorial race here actually flip towards the Democrats here, while the Attorney General race there is still too early to call. And in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, Republicans have taken the lead in those states. It is still too early to call though at the moment. Now we can project Attorney General in Virginia. Jason Miyares is able to defeat Jay Jones here. He will win by a margin of about 5.1 percentage points here. He's able to defeat Jay Jones, while the other two races here were able to stay blue. With 87% of the estimated vote in, we can now project this. And now, too close to call in New Jersey's gubernatorial race with 87% of its vote, and Ciaralli has gained the lead here. But still we have 13% estimated vote. We have to wait to come in before we can make a projection here, because this is too close to call. And it looks like these retention questions in Pennsylvania, the choice has narrowed up some, but no is still leading yes for all three of these justices here. But 89% of the vote in, it is too close to call. Taking a look here, nothing has really changed here. In Pennsylvania and New Jersey, Republicans are still leading here. But keep in mind, we still have more votes to count before we can make any projection. Ooh, now we can project with 93% of the vote in. It looks like all three of these justices will not be retained into the Supreme Court of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. The lead has narrowed among these three choices here, but still, there's not really a pathway here to be seen to where these justices can be retained into court. And then looking at the New Jersey gubernatorial race here, the lead has narrowed up some, but 91% of the estimated vote is in. There's not a lot more to count, though there's still a pathway for either candidate to win at the moment, so it is still too close to call. We can't make any projection just yet. Taking a look at the updated map here, we have Virginia, where Republicans hold the Attorney General race there, and in the state of Pennsylvania, Republicans are able to win all three of those elections there by voting no to retention to all three of those justices in the Supreme Court there. And all eyes on New Jersey at this point. That's looking to be the one we're all waiting for here. Oh, we can finally make the projection here in the state of New Jersey. The gubernatorial election here. Jack Ciaralli is able to win and defeat Mikey Sherrill in this hotly contested race here. He will win this by about 2 points against Mikey Sherrill, despite what polls have been saying. It looks like polls have once underestimated Ciaralli a second time, and he was able to push through and be able to win the state with 96% of the estimated vote in. There's just not enough room for Mikey Sherrill to gain votes at this rate. So taking a look here, Republicans are able to flip the state of New Jersey here, while Democrats were able to flip Virginia's lieutenant governor and governor race here, while Republicans hold on to Virginia's attorney general race here. And in Pennsylvania, Republicans were able to successfully run a vote no campaign to have all 3 Supreme Court justices taken out where they're not able to be retained in the court here. In New York City, Mamdani is able to win by a very large margin, outperforming polls here, and Proposition 50 was able to pass very easily in the state of California. So thank you everyone for watching the 2025 election night here. Be sure to like this video and subscribe, and be alert for more videos to come. Thank you for watching. Bye.